This video is being brought to you today by Raleigh Gold Coin Dealers with locations in Raleigh and Rocky Mount, North Carolina. If you're looking for competitive prices on gold, silver, or numismatics, give Lou a call or visit him online. You can find the link to his website in the description of this video. That's my LCS, and he'll treat you right. Tell him that Silver and Gold Stack Attack sent you. Stackers love to debate whether or not an ounce of silver loses value once it's hit with milk spots. Some are going to say an ounce of silver is an ounce of silver, no matter what. But the other half will say that milk spotting causes bullion's overall value to drop. So which is it? Well, opinions vary. They do vary. But we're going to get one LCS dealer's input on this subject and find out what he thinks and how he approaches the issue. We'll see what he has to say, so make sure you stay tuned. YouTube, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'd like to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to check out the new video. And of course, for all the amazing support. I can't thank you guys enough for all you do for the channel. And you already know what line's coming next. Best damn community on YouTube. No question. Hey, look, real quick, just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who was at Wednesday Metal Mania Live last night. We had a great show and a fantastic crowd. We also welcomed a new stacker and YouTuber, and that was My Silver Journey. Great guy to talk with. We had a blast. So make sure you check out his link in the description of this video. Give him some love. And if you haven't caught a Wednesday Metal Mania show, why not? Check us out. It's 1 hour of rapid-fire precious metal topics, and we do it every other Wednesday night at 8 Eastern. Anyway, today, we're going to talk with Lou over at Raleigh Gold Coin and find out how he deals with milk-spotted bullion, both from a buying and a selling standpoint. Now, you're definitely going to want to catch this, so let's go ahead and roll this thing. All right, we're live here at Raleigh Gold Coin in Raleigh, North Carolina with Lou. How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Neil. How you doing?
Pretty good. Appreciate you taking me in today. We're going to talk a little bit about how milk spotting affects value. One of Lou's favorite topics.
Hey, I gotta sell this stuff.
You gotta sell it.
I gotta sell it.
You gotta sell it. So let's get right to the chase. We know what. Let's talk about what might cause those milk spots real quick. The popular opinion is that it's the borax cleaner or whatever the cleaner is on the planchets not getting rinsed off completely and going through the annealing process and getting pretty much baked on. Is that pretty much a common thing that you hear? Or I mean, it could be any number of reasons, but
that's what it seems to be, though. It's happening on the planchet before the coin is even struck.
Right.
So there's residue, cleaning agent, some kind of chemical that's on the coin, on the planchet itself, and then once it's struck, it's now pushed under the surface into the coin where it's not visible anymore. And if it remained there, I guess it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
It's just such a micro amount. But the problem is at some point, you know, a week later, a month later, 3 years later, it all of a sudden decides to come to the surface.
Sure
and
does.
leave this big white milky spot. That's why they call it milk spots. It looks like somebody spilt milk on your beautiful silver coin. And so it's no longer beautiful anymore, and most collectors would agree that it definitely is. You know, it doesn't look so nice, and therefore it's not worth as much. They don't want it in their collection. There's a lot of people that'll just want to sell it back, get rid of it again, and upgrade it.
And we've already established that people think that touching the coins, leaving them exposed to humidity, that's what brings out the milk spotting. But I would disagree. I'd say, because I've seen, and we've seen here, that even slabbed.
Right, they can be in.
They can milk up just
S&GSA
absolutely.
holders. It just doesn't matter. They, I think when the graders got it, I'm sure when the graders seen it, it was a perfect looking coin. Because I've seen MS70s, and obviously it was a perfect coin. And then what's all this milk spot all over it, and plenty of 69s on it.
Yep, this was a 69, but I guarantee you, it's not anymore.
No, yeah, it's almost like not gradable. I mean,
No, right, exactly.
Say, no, we got a problem here.
So this would have been rejected clearly, right, by NGC.
Yes.
They wouldn't have even bothered with it. So, but that's not how it works, I guess.
No, it was probably a whole box that went in, you know, a whole, monster box, and they were all graded, and There was rejects, obviously, but most of the coins are graded 69 or 70, and
Yep.
they went through them, and then whatever it was, like I said, it could have been 6 months later that this spot all of a sudden just appears, shows
Yep.
up, and
Now-
never goes away, doesn't get better, nothing.
It doesn't get better. I did a video last week or the week before on cleaning the potential to get them off, and I was able to. It took a lot of work, but here's the problem. When I did it, it did clean the spots. It took me several methods, but I did actually get them off. But here's the problem. Now you have micro abrasions that, either way the coin was going to be
a problem.
a problem. So whether it looked great and just had tiny scratches that you can't see, it is what it is.
Right.
It was going to be an ounce of silver no matter what. So now that being said, I guess the big question is an ounce of silver an ounce of silver? If it's milk spotted or pristine, a lot of people say, look, it's adding to the weight, it's silver no matter what. I don't care what you say about milk spots. It is what it is. It's an ounce of silver.
I don't know. I think a lot of collectors would disagree, and dealers as well.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't buy 20 maple leafs from somebody, and every one of them was all milk spotted, and give them the same premiums I pay for brilliant uncirculated Canadian maples. It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
And I'm sure I'm not the only dealer that would do that. It's like it's going to have to be discounted now, and bought more at the spot price as opposed to a $2.50 premium per coin if they're beautiful looking, resellable, non-milk spotted Canadian maples. So it does make a difference, and even more so in silver eagles.
Yeah,
The
for
silver
sure.
eagle collectors are a little bit pickier and collecting them by dates more, and milk spotting on silver eagle, especially the older ones, would really hurt the value.
So here's a question: would you consider a spotted eagle a cull coin? Do you think it drops it to cull status or slightly above, or what do you think?
Well, I mean, it basically is a cull coin at that point, yeah. But it's still going to bring. There's still enough buyers that want a silver eagle,
Right.
that it would still probably sell better than a buffalo round that doesn't have milk spots.
Sure.
But I don't know. To me, it seems like it's almost one or the other, right? I mean, it's not the same as a beautiful silver eagle with no milk spots at
Right.
all.
Right. So if I came in and I had one spotted eagle and I had one pristine eagle, there's going to be a price difference in what you'll give me.
Yeah, probably $6 or $7
Yeah.
difference even.
Which is huge when you're talking premium. That's a chunk. That's a good chunk when you're talking an ounce of silver.
$23
Exactly.
an ounce or something. That's a lot more. Do you
That
want
is a lot.
23? Do you want 24 or do you want 30?
Right.
It depends if it has milk spots or not. I mean, they'll crush the value.
Yep. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah.
And I've seen basically where none of the mints are immune to it. I bought those Scottsdale Gibraltars from you, the Lady Justice.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful coins. They're starting to spot.
Oh,
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them. Not all of them. Most of them look great, but I am getting spotting on them. In the tube. They're in the mint tube, stashed away in the dark, in the cool, and some still spot. So none of the mints are immune to it. I've seen it on Krugerrands. They're bad. Krugerrands are bad. Phils are worse.
Yeah, Philharmonic.
Oh my lord, Phils are worse. Yeah, you do. Kangaroos are the absolute trashiest,
Yeah.
in my opinion. They're terrible.
Right, they seem to milk spot.
Yep.
So if all these different mints are having the same problem, there's got to be something tied in to what they're all using the same chemical that's causing this to happen or something.
Most people say it's borax. They're cleaning the planchets with like borax, a chemical. Now let's enter the RCM, Royal Canadian Mint, with their mint shield since 2018, and they seem to have knocked it out of the park. I mean, they're not perfect. Maples aren't going to be perfect, but they're a hell of a lot better than everything else out there.
Yeah, they got to be the best. I mean,
They really are.
especially the newer ones, the
Yep.
past 5 years, 6 years, something. The Canadian maples rarely.
They figured it out. They
But
figured
not
it
the old
out.
ones.
No, the old ones are some of the worst ones out there.
Yeah, they'll milk spot all over the place.
Well, the RCM never understood that. They always said, look, we're not making collectible coins. This is bullion.
Right,
It's
yeah.
straight up bullion. We don't care about your milk spotting problems. So finally enough people said, look, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, we care. We're buying this product.
Right.
We want it to look nice. I mean, if you're the buyer buying it to add to your stack, and you take them back out to show your friends how cool they are.
Yep.
And
You
people
got milk.
notice all these milk spots all over them. So,
and if you're trying to recruit somebody into buying silver as an investment, not really an investment, but as a vehicle, we'll call it a vehicle. I don't refer to silver as an investment. We'll call it a vehicle. I mean, you're not going to turn them onto that. They're going to be like, yeah, I'm not buying that.
yeah, it looks so bad at that point. You know, it's just not the same thing.
So here's a question, in your honest opinion. Britannias seem to be the worst. Other than kangaroos, they seem to be terrible. The 23s were probably rushed out due to the Queen, and I think they really cut some corners trying to get that change made and rushing them out. So I think that's one of the reasons the 23s are just so bad, and they are terrible. They're awful. But if we look at this,
they rushed into
them. But yet we look at this Britannia bar, this 10 ounce, and how this is probably what, about 5-6 years old now, and it's pristine front and back. So do you think they're giving more attention to the higher end stuff, and Britannias are just what they are, and that's bullion?
I'm not sure. I don't know why. You know, like there you go. That's a British 10-ounce bar. Why?
And it's perfect.
Britannias are perfect, and I don't know that I've seen a milk spotted one. If I did, it's been one or two.
I have not. You know, I have a bunch of these. I have quite a few.
Yeah.
And not one of them is milk spotted, but yet I have Britannias.
But the coins.
The coins are all, and here's
these kings, these new kings.
The kings. Well, yeah, it's only fitting, I guess, but but here's the deal. It's not even the milk spotting. The overall quality on the 23s, I've noticed, the edges are actually sharp. They're not good.
Yeah, it might have been a rush to produce these things.
I think
so.
Just
start stamping them all out. And,
I think so.
Quickly get them out there. And
but it makes you wonder if they're just treating the bullion as, hey, just get it out of here. You know, because their bars are absolutely gorgeous. So
yeah,
who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
but it's a problem. So, and we look at the first year of the maples under Mint Shield, and no problems here. No problems. This is the 30th anniversary, and this one came out perfect. It's still holding a perfect shine. So it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah.
So what are your other thoughts on this? You think the premium stuff gets more attention than the bullion, or is it just business as usual?
Well, yeah, I think it's pretty much business as usual. But the collectors do want the stuff that is not.
Yep.
If you're going to be more serious about it, you want the coins that are not milk spotted. And the same thing, maybe 5 or 10 years from now into the future, people will say, hey, if 70% of the Canadian maples from the 1990s are all milk spotted, it'll be that smaller percentage that isn't, that the collectors then want. So those will increase in value more so than the ones who are just milk spotted, who are going to be worth silver bullion and never anything anymore. They're really not.
So that's the reality of it, basically, from an LCS point of view.
I think you got to be picky.
You got to be picky. We have to be picky. We can't help what spots and what doesn't. But the reality is we can't go in with expectations of getting, for a milk spot coin, milk spotted bullion, what we would get for pristine bullion.
Right.
That's just the reality of it, right?
It's not going to happen. If it's all milk spotted, it's going to be harder to resell.
Like if you're looking at two cars, same model, same make, same year, and you're in a car lot, and one's got a huge dent in the door, but it's the same price as the newer, or just maybe a little bit less than the other one, aren't you going to spend a little bit more?
I think
most of us would.
9 out of 10 people are just going to go, I don't want this dent in the door. I'm paying too much money.
Right. So it's the same thing with bullion, basically. Yeah. So when it comes to people selling to you, you're going to look at it from pretty much the same standpoint. I can't give you what I would give you for a pristine maple.
Right, because I know my buyers are going to end up saying, hey, I like this coin and this new design and this Canadian specialty, but do you have some without these milk spots?
Now, I might have been the only exception when I bought that nearly a tube of maples from you that were spotted. I actually, you gave me a great price on them, so naturally I took them. That's weight. That's adding weight. I had no problem giving you money for those. They were terrible too. You could barely read anything.
They were some of the worst ones.
They were bad, and you couldn't sell them, right? You had a hard time getting rid of them.
People would not buy them.
And I put you out of your misery by helping you. All right. Anything else to add?
No, I think that's pretty good. It's definitely affecting the value more as you get to the specialty Canadian specialty things or silver eagles, much more so than if it's a silver round. A buffalo round, if it's spotted or not, it doesn't matter, because now you're talking about silver is just silver.
Yeah, well, which it always would have been anyway.
Right, it's a buffalo round. It's a very common silver round. It's worth the same. It's just really worth its silver value. So it has that collectible value. But once you get into a collectible coin that has $5, $7, $10 premium, you don't want it all spotted up. It's just going to be horrible. Not going to be worth it.
I hear you. All right. Well, Lou, I appreciate it, and we ran a little bit over what I said we would, but great conversation. Great to hear it from your point of view, and I appreciate it. So if you guys are in the Raleigh area, be sure to check him out. Louis Gucci and Raleigh Gold Coin Dealers. He's in Raleigh. The website right below, RaleighCoinDealers.com. I'll have the link in the description, so you can buy offline, or you can come visit him and say hello. Real knowledgeable guy, friendly. He'll do whatever he can to help you out. All right. Well, Lou, thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Neil. Appreciate it.
As always, and we'll go ahead and get this posted up. All right, guys. That's it. Appreciate you checking in. Take care. All right. There you have it. Big shout out to Lou for taking the time to interview with me. If you're ever in the Raleigh area, be sure to check him out, or you can always buy from his website, and the link will be in the description of this video. I pretty much agree with everything he said in that video, and I think we came to a general consensus that milk spotting does damage value. It's going to affect what you get for it in a sale, and even what Lou himself can sell it for. So it's a definite concern. Definitely a concern. So you can be as careful as you want to be, but the reality is this stuff could spot on you in days, weeks, months, years, slabbed, unslabbed, stored in a safe, cool spot, whatever. If they're going to show, they're going to show, and it will affect your value. Anyway, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. And if you're having a problem with milk spots, which coin is giving you the most problem? For me, it's Britannia's, the 2023s. I believe they were rushed out, and they're suffering as a result. But I do have a blast going through all the comments, and I try to respond to each one. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime,
what do you want to do with your life?
damn right, get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. Peace, folks.